Hello, Mr. Bond. So this is it. You did it! You actually did it! You shaved it all off! You maniac! The beginning of the Shrink and Grow challenge that I told you about in the last video. You know, the last video, the introduction to my whole See Monty Get Fit thing, the one you didn't watch. And I know you didn't watch it, because if you did, you would have had time to stop me from doing this. Now look where we're at. I look like a freaking turtle. All right, so all joking aside, nice and comfortable here. All joking aside, let's get back to the brass tacks of these videos, right? Why am I doing this? I told you in the last video about why I cut the hair, the whole shrink and grow challenge thing. You know, I'm going to grow my hair out as I get down to my target weight range, and I can't cut it or trim it until I do. But let's talk a little bit more about how I plan on achieving that. I want to talk a little bit about fitness goals first, because I'm speaking of the goal of getting down to my target weight range, but ultimately that shouldn't be what your fitness goal is. I know a lot of people talk about, oh, I just want to have a goal of losing 20 to 30 pounds, or I want to get down to a certain pant size. I want to look good in the tux for my cousin's wedding or the dress for my cousin's wedding. I just want to build up a little bit of muscle. What your ultimate goal should be for fitness is not just to get fit, it should be to stay fit. This is a lifestyle change. You're going to be doing this if you're serious about it. You're going to be doing this until the day you die. You're going to be staying healthy and in shape until the day you die, or are just physically incapable of going to the gym for whatever reason. So that's the ultimate plan, but the journey you're following me with on at first to get down to the target range while I'm growing the hair out, the whole shrink and grow challenge. The way I plan on achieving that is, obviously eating healthier and working out, but here's some of my strategies. And you guys can feel free to follow along with them and try a few of your own. For starters, let's talk diet, because I know that's the most confusing part for a lot of people. It's confusing for me. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, like a certified nutritionist. I haven't studied nutrition. I don't know about beta carotene and omega-3 fatty acids and, high carb, low carb, protein. I don't know any of that stuff. But I do read enough to know the basic thing you should be sticking with is focus on plants and the occasional animal protein, right? You can still eat meat. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be eating meat. I'm just going to be cutting down on how much meat and what type of meat I eat. I'm going to be sticking mostly to lean meats like fish or chicken, poultry, chicken, turkey, that sort of thing. Occasionally might chow down on some red meat, You want a burger? Eat a burger! Lots of eggs in the morning for breakfast. That's going to be my primary breakfast meal, because I'm going to be trying to cut down on carbs. Now, I know that's a tricky thing, because technically there's carbs in all the food we eat. There's carbs in green leafy vegetables. There's carbs in meat. When I say carbs, I'm talking about specifically what most of you guys think about when you hear the word carbs, which is grains, breads, rice, that sort of thing. So I'm going to be trying to cut down on that, if not eliminate it entirely. And that's a personal choice. You don't have to follow my guidelines on that. It's just because the last time I did a diet like this and I cut carbs out, I lost 50 pounds inside of 3 months. But that's not conclusive data to say that it was the cutting the carbs out that did it. There could be a multitude of factors. I digress. I'm going to be cutting dairy out entirely. No milk, no cheese, yogurt, any kind of dairy product. I'm not going to be messing with it. Again, that's a personal preference. You don't have to follow me if you don't want to. You can have the occasional glass of milk or have cheese or whatever like that if you want, but I do recommend, based on the stuff that I've researched into and the stuff that I've read, that you try to at least limit it. No sugar. None. No sugar at all. No soda, no candy, no cakes. None of that. And having occasional cheat day, that's fine. Cut the sugar out. Stop it. You should probably cut down on like the beer and liquor while you're at it. Again, cheat days are fine, but tone it down. You want to focus mostly on plants. You want to eat your vegetables. You want to eat your fruits. Beans, lentils, like peanuts, that sort of thing. Um, you know, these are the sort of things that we're naturally programmed to eat. And that's the sort of thing you should focus your diet on. You can have healthy fats as well, like the kind of stuff that you hear about eating in avocados and extra virgin olive oil. If you're going to be frying stuff up, use extra virgin olive oil. It's the healthiest option. Yeah, so that's pretty much my diet is going to consist of. One of the things I want to address, again, this is from my own personal research, not an expert, take with a grain of salt, but you're going to want to throw the term superfoods out. Just throw it out the window. There's the window right there. Take the word superfruit and throw it out, because there's no such thing as a superfood based on what I've read. It's just a marketing buzz term that Fifth Avenue cooked up to sell you more quinoa or whatever. Moderate what you eat, cut down on portions. If you start feeling hungrier throughout the day, have snacks throughout the day and everything like that. Just make sure you choose a healthy option. Cut down on dairy, cut down on carbs. Based on my experience, it'll help. So that's pretty much the diet end of things. And we'll get into some videos where I show you how to cook quick and easy meals that you can, stretch out for like a week. So you go grocery shopping once a week, make your meals for the week, the work week, whatever like that. Then the following weekend you buy more, you restock, and the cycle continues. And it'll probably get a bit boring, some of the stuff you're eating, but it's necessary. As for the exercise portion of what I'm going to be doing, to start out with, it's going to be mostly cardio, just to get my metabolism back up and get me back into the game of things, start, getting my wind back up. I have an elliptical in my house that I'm going to be using. What I'm doing is I'm starting out at 5 minutes a day. And you can find time for 5 minutes a day. Right? I know a lot of people complain like, oh, where am I going to find the time to work out? Everybody, whether you work 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, you come home, you're tired, you can find 5 minutes. I know it sounds like I'm kind of dismissing any other thing that might be going on in your life. I'm not. Everybody has at least 5 minutes during the time when they're awake before they go to bed to just jump on a treadmill. Jump on an elliptical if you have one. If you don't have stuff like that in your house, go for like a quick run outside. Do some jump ropes, whatever. Do jumping jacks. Do something for 5 minutes to start. That's how I'm going to be starting. My other thing is, for me, is for every minute I get on the elliptical, I have to do one push-up. So once I'm done with my 5 minutes for the first week, I got to do 5 push-ups. That'll be my first week. My second week, after I've done the 5 minute 5 push-ups for a straight week, my second week, I'm going to be working my way up to 10 minutes on the elliptical. So, Monday I'll do 6, Tuesday I'll do 7, Wednesday 8, Thursday 9, and then I'll get up to 10. And 10 push-ups by the end of the week. And then the week after that, I'll do 10 minutes straight throughout the entire week with 10 push-ups. And it'll go on until I go to 15, and then 20, and then 25, and then 30, and then I'm doing a half hour of cardio a day, as well as 30 push-ups. And that'll be like my base. That's what's going to get me started. That's what's going to get me into the swing of things. That'll probably take me about a month or two, just because it's like alternate weeks and everything like that. So once we get to the point where I'm ready to move on to the next thing, when I'm going to start throwing weights, so like more calisthenic stuff into my routine, I'll do another video and we'll go over the strategy and the steps from there. But this is basically the idea that I want to give you guys. That, find 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. You can find 30 minutes a day. If it means you have to skip that episode of Flash, or whatever it is that you prefer to watch, DVR it, get back to it later. Take the 30 minutes, do your workout, you'll feel better for it. Eat healthier food, you'll feel better for it. I'm telling you, it might not work for you as fast as it does for me, but once you start getting the healthier food into your system, you just feel so much better. You have so much energy. And that complication of, oh, I just feel so drained at the end of the day, and where am I going to find the time? It won't be a problem because your energy levels will be up so much that you'll have the energy for it and you'll find the time for it. So that's my strategy to start out with. We'll get back to the more complicated stuff a little bit later when I'm ready to get into that for myself. We'll talk about it. I don't want to ramble and prattle on too long. Probably already have. But yeah, so that's where we're going with this vlog. I hope you guys are inspired by this. I hope you follow along with this. I hope that the tips and the tricks that I give you are helpful and practical because that's what I'm aiming for. And yeah, so follow along. Do what you can while you can. And then when you can do that, do more. And that's what we're going to do together. That's how we're going to approach the situation here. All right, so I'll check back with you on the next video. I'll probably, hopefully have some cooking strategies for you. I'm going to go grocery shopping and pick up my supplies for the week. And maybe I'll, show you a meal prep video or two. But yeah, Shrink and Grow Challenge. Follow along, like and share with your friends, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hopefully we can get fit together. Thanks for watching.